Get them out on the bench and set it all out. Then we can see where we're up to. First job is to get the petrol tank off, take the airbox off, undo the clamps that hold the carburettor onto the inlet manifolds, and then we'll get the carbs upside down, have a look at them, put the carbs in the right position to set the floats, because a lot of people get that wrong. They set them at the wrong angle. But we'll get there. I'll be back in a bit when I've taken the tank off. Right, well, we've got the carburettors off the bike now. I'm looking at them and I can see where my leaks are coming from. So, I'm just going to take the carbs off and check them. Now, it's important that you keep these in order because the drain plugs don't always work on the same side, and these don't, they're opposites. Oh, there was a bit of petrol in that one. We need to turn the carbs over because they need to be that way up, and they need to be slightly... these are miles out. These are absolutely miles out. Let's find something to stand them on. That'll do. Right, this is the position that you should have your carburetors in, with the side that goes to the engine facing down, and I'm slightly leaning. The float heights will check. We have a proper little float gauge here, and along the side of it's in millimeters. Now I'm going to set this at 26 millimeters. Whoops, too far. Right, that is 26 millimeters, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to make it so you can. Well, it's 26 millimeters. Now, what you should do is take the rubber seal out, and on each side of your carburettor you've got two flats just about level here. So when you look at them across, they're just about level with the centre of the carb, and that's where you should measure your carburettor. And in actual fact, that one's pretty good. But this one is miles out. So let's try that now. Now we all have our own ways of doing this. Some work better than others. And that one's alright, 26 millimeter. So those two are both at 26 millimeters. These are miles out. And in the middle of the arm is a little tag. All you need to do is gently bend it. Ooh, getting pretty good at this. And don't forget to check both sides of the float, because if one side's a bit less than the other, and also there's another point here. When you put the float down, it should bounce. Should bounce on the spring in the middle of the needle. Don't press it down on that spring, just let it go to that point where it settles on its own. Doing alright here, they're all about right now, so we'll just check them again. Start at this end. And as you can see, I'm checking both floats, not just one. Checking both sides of the float. One of the things that you're going to find with these is if your floats aren't straight, like that one isn't, you need to just gently straighten them out. They shouldn't be touching anything. If they're touching, anywhere, they could stick. Aye, now I've done them, but you know, I have this thing, measure twice, cut once. My mind, measure 3 times, make sure you're right. And none of this 2 out of 3. Yeah, they're measuring up pretty well. Got one that's a little bit high. So again, measuring up a 3rd time, just making sure that you've got it right. You know, because I've just altered to make sure all the floats are free. So it'd be quite easy for me to have upset them. Now, one of the things that I'd normally do, I take the rubber, unless they look absolutely perfect, they look as if they're getting a bit long, going a bit funny, take them off. The problem is at the moment I haven't got new ones to put back, and I need this bike up and running tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these rubber seals in hot water for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll put them back on because it'll shrink them. Because it's rubber, it'll bring it back to the same size as what it was made. Don't do it for too long because it might shrink a bit too much, but they want shrinking, and also it softens the rubber up again, especially if you put them back on while it's warm. Now, I've stripped these down to where I want it to be. I'm not taking them any further because I know all the jets are clean, know all the fuel and our ways are clean. I'm just going to shrink these down again, and then I'll come back to you.